Golly, I hear something. This has got to be it. That'll be perfect. What's going on, everybody? Max Prusak here, QA1 Circle Track Tech Support. Made a pit stop today, Randolph, Minnesota, in the shop of Jim O'Mara. We got this great studio environment to get some good content today. We're going to take a look at a car that really does one thing well, turns left. We're going to talk some circle track today. Jim, thanks for having us here. Tell us a little about this hot rod. What is it? Where do you race it? What do we got going on?
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming to this Hollywood-style shop. I know we got the best lighting around, and but anyway, so we got ourselves what's considered throughout the Midwest as a Sportsman car.
Okay.
It's Mid-America, Sportsman. They're all different derivatives. They're basically all one step below a late model. So
okay.
This is your guys that might not have the funding for a full late model team,
sure,
but they want to go just as fast. This one in particular, we race at Elko Speedway in the Midwest here, and we go about 1 second slower, give or take, and it's a riot, man. These things are fun. The setup is technical. We have to use key parts and components, and I think that's why we're here today.
Absolutely, we are. So, as we know, you're running some QA1 shocks on this thing. Also, ball joints. Talk a little about those components. What series are you running for shocks? Give a little info on that.
For sure. So we have a combination of setup for shocks. We run the 51 series for 3/4 of the car, and then we run a 26 series for our right rear. So we've always trusted QA1 with what we've had for the stock cars.
Sure.
And so that's what we're going to continue to run, and I wouldn't pick anything else.
Absolutely. Very cool. Yeah, so the 51 series, that's one of our twin tube shocks, since been replaced with our 5Q series. So we went from that infamous red body now to a black body. So they look a little different. Internal components of those shocks are still the same thing. Those 26 series, that's going to be our monotube shocks. So gas charge, they're going to have a Schrader valve on it or a hyper screw, something like that. A little bigger piston, freer flowing. I think you said you run that on your right rear. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Very cool. And then up front, we were looking under the hood earlier. You do have some ball joints in there of ours, so a totally rebuildable thing. Talk about, do you have to do any maintenance? Do the things get tight? Is it kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing for you guys?
Yeah, so when you get these cars set up correctly, you know as well as I do, the fine tuning comes within the bar, right? And we want to make sure that all the other parts are working correctly, and if those are working correctly, well, then you're not struggling at the track, right? So we use the ball joints for our stock car from QA1, and honestly, we haven't had to touch them all year. So awesome. I know we greased them in the beginning of the year with some good maintenance, like everybody should, but we have honestly had great luck with your guys' product, and I know many others have. I mean, look at the dirt track racers and everywhere else across the country that has QA1 across the cars, and I'm happy to have that on mine as well.
Absolutely, yeah, they can take a beating, preload adjustable, so you can set them to be as free moving or as tight as you want them to be. If you start to notice some excess slop or things are getting a little tight, there are just service components available for them. We got a rebuild kit for either the small ball diameter, which is more common on your upper ball joints, and then those larger ones for the bottom. We've got a larger rebuild kit for those, includes a polymer cup, a new race, things like that. So before we pop the hood off, take a deeper look at this thing, talk a little about what this car actually is. You know, what is the frame? What do you have in it for an engine and drivetrain? What's all that about?
Sure thing. Right now, so we have a Chevy block built by Mergic Racing Engines, 355, and it's got about 450 horsepower. They're iron heads. I run manifolds right now. There is a Oktoberfest race coming up where we'll throw some headers on it. But for right now, it's pretty basic. We don't want to go too crazy. It's like Chevy Vortex style heads like you'd see in like a HD Chevy van.
Super cool. I see you got a trophy on the hood of the car. Now, you just got back into racing and you were already able to snag one of those, unless you just bought it from somebody?
Yeah.
Or what happened that night?
Yeah, so one of the cool things about my story is I'm kind of like the, I'll call it the dreamer edition, the guys that have raced once before, they left racing, and we've all seen it at local short tracks and even in the big times where they'll race for a number of years, they'll be successful or not, but then whether it's funds or family or moving, or the tracks are disappearing, unfortunately.
Yep.
I thought I was never going to be behind the wheel of another stock car.
Sure.
I decided to one day just chase my dream,
Yep.
put the money forward, and I actually bought Dylan Sellner's, we call it Thunder Car, like I said, Dylan Sellner's car from last year, which was a championship car. He's moved on to asphalt late models,
Yep.
or limited late models, and I couldn't be happier with how the car, we have different driving styles, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
one of those
everybody's
things is
different.
once we found out our sweet spot, we've been able to fine tune it, and we've got ourselves a victory here. And we're in the chase for Rookie of the Year. Hopefully seal that up in a couple days on Saturday.
Very cool.
But yeah, so it's been a really good car. Dylan's been great. He's kind of helped us along. And yeah, we're excited to get after it and chase after for maybe some higher points next year in 2025.
I know you're getting prepped to do some racing on Saturday. We'll be out there with you. For now, let's throw some tires on this thing and do a burnout real quick.
Yeah, buddy.